Before we jump into the next round, I need to remember that at the end of the last round, I should have taken damage for the city of Annúminas equal to the amount of enemies in play. There was only one enemy in play because the Bjorning deck was able to kill both of the vanguards of Cardoon. So we should just go down to 53, which is great. Now, though, there's way more enemies out. The other item I wanted to point out is when we readied over here, our Sylvan tracker healed all of our Sylvan characters by 1. So Thurndil was healed, but also Gandalf over here, because he's an elf friend, was fully healed as well. Thank you, Sylvan tracker. Our enemy we had to discard after shuffling the encounter deck for the Gandalf and Sylvan deck was only the Warg of Cardoon, which actually is not terrible. He's one of the easiest enemies. So I am happy about that. But don't forget, what we have to do is after the players have committed characters to the quest, the highest attacking enemy, which will be this Angmar Warg Rider, will be making an immediate attack against each player in turn order. And the Gandalf deck is first player. So we've gone ahead and generated resources. Gandalf, Bifur, and Éowyn and Treebeard all have 1 resource. We'll increase threat by 1 for each deck, so they're both going to be at 31 threat. And then we will draw cards. For our Sylvan deck, we get another Nath Guide. Actually, that's kind of nice. And for our Gandalf deck, we knew the Halfling Bounder was on top, and now we have the Booming End. Awesome. I was hoping we would have the Booming End show up soon. The first thing we're going to do with our Gandalf deck during the planning phase is have Bifur take 1 resource from Thranduil over there. Then we're going to spend Éowyn's 1 resource and Treebeard's 1 resource to go ahead and play off the top of our deck the Booming End. Awesome. Okay. He will come into play exhausted. His ability is that he gets +1 attack for each damaged end character. I already have 2 damaged end characters, so his attack right now is a 4. Whole reason I did that. Then we've got 3 resources remaining here. So I'm going to use those. Oh, wait. Before I do that, let me just look. Top card of my deck now is a Welling Hall Preserver. Awesome. I love my Ents. We're not going to be able to play him this round. But with those 3 resources we just used, we're putting out Shadowfax. That means Gandalf now is ranged and Sentinel. So, and, oh yeah, one other thing, you can exhaust Shadowfax to ready Gandalf. So essentially, this is an unexpected courage that includes ranged and Sentinel. Only good for Gandalf, because only Gandalf can ride Shadowfax. For the Sylvan deck, I think we're just going to play another Nath Guide, spending 2 resources, 1 green and 1 purple. Because remember, we can use any resource that we want for our first time that we play one. Once again, we will make Gandalf be the one that can quest for free, does not exhaust him. And let's see, 2. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Yeah, because as a combat action, I can bring out my green 1 archer and maybe ready Gandalf or probably just Gandalf because he can attack for the most. Yeah, so I think that's the best bet for now. Let's go ahead and quest. So I believe it's after we've committed our characters. Yep, so after we commit our characters, then the Angmar Warg Rider is going to attack us. Actually, it's kind of interesting. We've got the Warg Rider and the Warg in the staging area. That's kind of cool. Didn't even notice that till now. For questing, now this Nath Guide gets 2 questing thanks to Celeborn's ability. So that's 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 2 here is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I think we got to do it. The Sylvan Tracker for 12. So it's 12 so far. There's only 3 threat in the staging area right now. We'll add 3 from Gandalf. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do 21 to 3. Then this Angmar Warg Rider is going to go ahead and attack. So he's going to attack Gandalf, because I think that's what I'm going to use to defend. Gandalf has 3 defense. He's attacking for 3. He's not engaging, so I don't have to worry about his forced effect. Defending. Defender cannot ready this round. Oh, man. I should have used Shadowfax. Well, that's my own fault. Okay. 3 to 3, though. No damage. And then for the attack over on the other side, I think I'm going to use the Dunedain of Annúminas. He has 2 defense. He will take at least 1 damage with this, and he's not going to heal. Yeah, no effect, though, for the shadow effect. So he takes 1 point of damage. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Gandalf not being able to ready this round is pretty terrible. Let's see if we can still survive. We have our Hills of Evendime that adds 4 threat, and we cannot cancel when revealed effects. We don't have anything to cancel them anyways. Oh, this one. Each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls if the hero is questing. Remove it from the quest. Until the end of the round, treat each damaged character's text box as if it were blank. I'll hit Biffer here, so that reduces our willpower down to 19. And I think I'll hit Thranduil again. That means we won't be able to bring out a character from play during the combat phase, but I think that's okay. We didn't reduce our questing power at least. So we're questing for 19 compared to 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, that's actually not bad. 12 minus the 4 that we need for the city wall means that we place 8 progress, actually, which is sweet. Now, what I'm going to do now, just because it's going to get overloaded on here, these are worth 5, okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8. Just that way, then it doesn't get overloaded. I know it's kind of changing what I did before, but I think it just makes it easier. Otherwise, I'm going to have too many tokens on here. So we have a total of 8 progress. We need 50. So we've got a ways to go there. But still, that was way better than what I was expecting. Now the question is, do we want to travel here? I mean, it gets 4 threat out of the staging area. We will have to reveal another enemy, though. And Gandalf can't ready, but I think we need to do it. So I'm going to do it. We are going to travel there. That does mean I need to take the encounter discard pile and shuffle it up with my encounter deck. And let's see what we get. We have, okay, an Orc of Angmar. Okay. Not terrible. I'm 30. Oh, we are going to have to deal with him. Ugh. And I mean, there's archery here, but that's not the end of the world because we do have our Sylvan Tracker. So we're both at 31 total threat here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Gandalf deck optionally engage this Orc of Angmar. Okay. Its force effect doesn't happen until he attacks. Then this Warg of Cardoon I'll have be optionally engaged by the Sylvan deck. We'll have to immediately remove 1 progress, otherwise we have to exhaust a character, and I don't want to do that. So we will just leave this guy. That means we're going to have to deal with him attacking us again next time. I almost think, though, that's better than revealing an additional encounter card. So maybe I'll just deal with that. Yeah. But now we have to deal with 2 archery. The 2 archery is a little bit laughable because I can just put them on these guys and they will both heal. As long as I exhaust them, when they're ready, they will heal, which is pretty awesome. We'll go ahead and give out shadow cards, 1 here and 1 over with the Sylvan deck. Now I got to decide who I want to defend with. Looking here, there's pretty much no way I'm going to be able to kill this Orc of Angmar, so I'm going to just go ahead and exhaust Treebeard to defend. And we have defender cannot ready this round, which is fine. He wasn't going to ready anyways. He does do 4 damage. Treebeard only has 3 defense, so he takes 1 damage. Now would be the time when I would have exhausted Gandalf to ready 2 characters so that they could have attacked. But no, I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh, you guys, I have to remember Expert Treasure Hunter. I'm going to say this is an ally. Hey, it's an ally. That goes to my hand. The next top card of our deck. Ooh, Entmoot. Yeah, let's get us some more Ent cards. We'll have this Warg go ahead and attack Thranduil. And let's see, no shadow effect. Great. So he attacks for 2. Thranduil's defense is 3, so he laughs at him. Now we can attack. Let's see. So we have both of these guys ready. Actually, you guys, I'm going to take 1 step back. With the Orc of Angmar, when that Orc of Angmar attacks, remove 1 progress from the main quest or it gets +2 defense. So I'm going to go ahead and remove one progress from the quest card. That means we only need a total of 5 damage in order to take him out. Then what we can do is we have Legolas here who attacks for 3, and we have that Wandering Ent over here for 2. Put those 2 together, that's 5 damage. That can take this guy out. Awesome. Gets rid of the archery, gets rid of him. Okay? And because Legolas assisted in defeating an enemy, we get to draw a card. Let's see what we get. Oh, we get Ancestral Armor. Awesome. Okay, that is super, super sweet. We only have 2 attack left with Ramil, so we'll go ahead and deal 1 damage to this Warg. That's okay. We're leaving out 2 enemies. It stinks, but it's way better to take out that other guy than just taking out this Warg. This Warg only attacks for 2, so I feel a lot better about that. Finally, we have our Warden of Healing here that we will exhaust, and we'll heal 1 point of damage from Biffer over here and 1 point from Thranduil. Because, oh, no, not from Thranduil. He'll heal on his own. 1 from the Dunedain of Annúminas. That way, then we'll heal 1 of each of these when we ready at the end of the round because of the Sylvan Tracker. That will end the round in the first staging area. Let's go to the second staging area. Moving to our second staging area, first thing we'll do is we'll increase threat. So the Angmar deck is at 31, and the Legolas Gimli deck is also at 31. Don't forget, the ability on this one is simply that we reveal one additional encounter card during the quest phase. Yeah. And then our enemy that came out was the Angmar Warg Rider. So we've seen what those are. 1 archery. We just need to make sure that we get some sort of progress onto the main quest card if we have to engage that guy. We'll go ahead and draw cards. So we have the Escort of Edoras. Oh, nice. And we have the another Elven Light. Awesome. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to exhaust Errant Rider. And that is going to give us one additional resource that we're going to give from Gimli over to Fastrid. That's going to give Fastrid 3 beautiful blue resources. 1, 2, 3. We're going to use all 3 of those for Harrogrim. We're going to go ahead and put that on to Angmar. That's going to make him a beast for attacking while he's questing. Awesome. I love it. Moving to Legolas and Gimli, let's go ahead and spend one of Legolas's resources to play or put Elven Light back into our hand, and we'll draw a card. Oh, yes, we have the Mirror of Galadriel. Okay, attached to Galadriel. Exhaust the Mirror of Galadriel to search the top 10 cards of your deck for a card and add it to your hand. Shuffle the rest back into your deck, then discard a random card from your deck. I love that card. It is risky, but it's awesome. So I'm going to spend one of Galadriel's resources to put that onto her, and then I'm going to go ahead and exhaust it and immediately use it. So let's go ahead and draw the top 10 cards of our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I saw what I was looking for. Those are good, but not great. I like this one, honestly. I like this one. I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, these ones are okay. So, looking at these. Now, question is, what do I want to play? Here's the thing. I can't play the Aether Swordsman right now, but I could play Unlikely Friendship, and then that would allow me to play my Dwarven Shield for some additional defense. Or I could do Unexpected Courage for some additional readying. Ooh, this is hard, you guys. Or do I just go for the Aether Swordsman? Because then next round I could play him. Yeah, we're going to go with the Aether Swordsman. Next round I can play him, and that's going to really help our questing. Then I have to randomly shuffle these, and I am going to pick this one to discard. Oh, okay. I lost the Dwarven Shield. That's kind of stinky, but I still have the Aether Swordsman, which is nice. Okay, there's nothing else I can play, so that will end the planning phase. Let's go ahead and move to questing. Moving into that questing phase, the first thing we're going to do is exhaust Nenya and Galadriel to add her 5 willpower to Angmar. Angmar's willpower now is 6 with 3 attack. What we're going to do for questing is we'll send Arwen, giving this +1 defense to Gimli. So that's for 2. We'll add Gildor for 3, 4, 5. We'll add this Watchman for 6. And then we're going to add Angmar. Angmar will add an additional 6, which is totally awesome. That's for 12. We're going to use his response, spending the 1 resource here to attack into the staging area, but we're also going to use this. After the attached hero is declared as an attacker, exhaust Harrogrim to add the attached hero's willpower to its attack. So his attack is 3 plus 6, so that's 6, 7, that's 9, and we're going to attack the Angmar Warg Riders. 9, and we only needed 4 plus 2 is 6. This guy's gone. We effectively just got rid of 2 more threat in the staging area while questing. Love it. We'll add 1 for 13, then we'll discard this to add 3, so that's 14, 15, 16, plus 2, 4, so that's 20. So right now we're at 20 to 3 in the staging area. I'll take that. But we have to draw 3 encounter cards. Our first card draw, we have, oh, of course, a Surge, the Warg of Carndoom. So we still have 3 more cards we have to flip. 1, the Gates of Annúminas. Number 2 is another Gates of Annúminas. Oh, that's brutal. And then our third one is a City Wall. Wow, lots of locations and only 1 enemy. We quested for 20. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means we placed 9 progress. That means 4 will be placed on this, and 5 will go on to the active quest, which is actually better than I was thinking. Of course, we need 50, you guys, so we're a long ways from there. Now, though, we will have to travel. And with what we have out here, we really need to travel. And I think we've got to do the city wall, because right now we have a lot of locations, and I have to go there next time. And if we get a bunch of enemies next time, these are going to get totally out of there. So let's do the city wall. That means we have to reveal the top card of the encounter deck. And that's a great card. Each player may choose either deal 1 damage to each questing character, no, or they all get -1 willpower. I'll give them -1 willpower. Awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was great. All right, so now we just need to engage an enemy. I'll go ahead and have the Legolas and Gimli deck take on the Warg of Carn-dûn. Gimli's going to take a chance because we have the Dunedain of Annúminas as well, and with the Greenwood Archer and the Dunedain of Annúminas, we should be able to kill this Warg. So I don't want to spend the resource if I don't have to. So we'll just exhaust Gimli, not spend the resource to ready Legolas. And it says, discard an attachment you control. Of course. Well, I got 1 use out of it, but I think I'm going to discard the Mirror of Galadriel just because I think it's the least important attachment that we have. Then I will use the Greenwood Archer and the Dunedain of Annúminas. That's a total of 4 attack that will take out the Warg of Carn-dûn, and we left no enemies out. Great. Okay, that's 2 staging areas done. Let's go ahead and do the third. To end the previous round, we will increase threat for each of our decks. They're both going to be at 33 total threat. And we have generated resources. We'll draw 1 card for our Bjorn deck, and we have Darien's Ruins. And then for our Círdan deck, we'll draw 2. We have the Galadriel's Greeting or the Pelagri's Shipwright. Oh yeah, the Shipwright. Let's do the Shipwright. Let me just show you the staging area, which is painful. So here we have our staging area. We've got our Hosts of Angmar, 4 threat. Our enemy that we discarded is the Orc of Angmar. That's adding 2 threat. We've got the Hills of Evandime, which means we cannot use a Test of Will or anything to cancel. We do have 2 Arnor battlefields, but 1 will be taken care of because of our Northern Tracker, which is great. But that's still 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 threat in the staging area. Yeah, these 2 decks will probably have it the hardest. So we'll see how they do. I've got to get some resource generations over here with the Círdan deck. So I am going to discard Jubair. I have ways to get cards out of my discard pile. That's why I'm going to do that. Just to generate another resource. And then I am going to play the Pelagri's Shipwright. It gets +1 willpower for each hero you control with the blue resource icon. So his question is actually 3, which is not bad for 3 resources. But then next round I'll have 4 next time, which I think will be nice. The big thing is I only have 1 card. That's why Gleowine is so important over on the other side. I think I need some more cards. On the Bjorn side, first thing is we'll do Darien's Ruins. We get to draw 2 cards. Oh, we've got the Flight of the Eagles and another giant bear. We could play another giant bear, you guys. We first have to discard a card, and I think it's a no-brainer. We are not going to be playing Sting. I do not want more enemies out. Sting would be great, but it's not going to happen. I really do want to get Gleowine out, you guys, but I think it's just too good to not do this. I can get a second giant bear out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the staff because it's a creature. So I can reduce the cost by 2. So it costs 3. 1 from Mary, 1 from Bjorn, and 1 from Radagast. That means we only have 1 green resource left, but we have our second giant bear out. And then what I think I'm going to do, is it worth it? I think it's worth it. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and play a Flight of Eagles. Oh, I should read you what it says. Return an eagle ally to your hand to shuffle a set-aside Eagle of the North into the encounter deck. Then remove Flight of the Eagles from the game. So that has to go to the that has to be removed from the game. But this is the Eagle of the North. I get to put that in the encounter deck, and if it comes out as a shadow, I'll cry a little bit. But if it comes out as a normal draw, guess what? It does surge, but it has this revealed effect. The first player chooses a player to take control of the Eagles of the North. The chosen player may choose and discard a non-unique enemy in the staging area. Technically, The Hosts of Angmar is not a unique enemy. Oh, no, it's immune to player card effects. This isn't a player card. This is an encounter card. So this could actually kill a Host of Angmar. Now, it wouldn't go into the victory display, but it could kill one. That's fantastic. So I'm going to throw that into the encounter deck. Now, with that, though, I have to place this card back into my hand, and this gets removed from the game. However, I could instead choose to use the response of the Eagles of the Misty Mountains and place it underneath him. Then he'll be a 4/4. And I'm kind of leaning towards that. Or the other option is I could put him back in my hand and then use Radagast's 1 resource now to play him, or I could just hold him to the next round. Oh, so many choices. I think I'm going to spend the 1 resource. No, yeah, I'm going to spend the 1 resource and put him right back out. Maybe that's not a good idea, but I'm going to. I feel like right now with a Host of Angmar, the Orc of Angmar, and drawing 2 more cards, I need to have enough characters out to maybe soak some damage. So yeah, let's do it that way. We're going to have 13 threat in the staging area, so we're going to have to quest big. 4 with Círdan, he doesn't have to exhaust. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and yeah, I mean, I just don't see why I have him ready because I don't think they're going to engage anyone really. So 18. 18 right here to 13, and we do get to place 1 progress on each location in the staging area that's not immune to player card effects. That means this Erebor battlefield is gone. I'll just discard this one, and then the other one gets 1 on it, and this one gets 1 progress on it. On this side of the table, I think I'm just going to send Radagast, which puts us up to, where was that? 20. 20 total, 20 to 13. Is that enough? I think it's going to have to be enough. I don't really want to commit anyone else. Okay, now let's reveal. We only have to reveal 2 cards, but yeah, we have that Host of Angmar, and another one's going to come out next round. Let's go ahead and flip, and we have the Vanguard of Carndun, just because, you know, we may have just killed one of those, but it doesn't matter. They came back. And we have a wonderful Sorcery of Carndun. Doomed 1. Yeah, these guys are getting hit by threat. The other guys aren't as much. So 34, and the Círdan deck will also be at 34. Each player must choose either discard the highest cost attachment you control or assign X damage among characters you control. X is the number of attachments you have. The highest cost one. No, that would be the staff. I cannot do that. So I've got 3 attachments over here, and I've got 3 attachments over there. So I have to deal 3 damage to each deck. I think we all know what's the most important thing to get out now. Warden of Healing! Oh man, I really shouldn't have spent that green resource. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do that for the damage over here. Actually, you know what? 2, 3. I mean, I really like the Dunedain of Annúminas, but I think that's better than hitting my hero. Over here, 3 damage. Let's just put them all on Glorfindel. If we ever lose Glorfindel, we just pay to bring him back. We quested for a total of 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We placed 4 progress. 2 will go on to here to complete the shores of Lake Nanuliel, and then 2 will go on to man the walls. A wonderful 2 progress. Yay. So after completing our quest phase, we'll go to the travel phase, and I think we will, of course, use Thor's map, and we'll go ahead and get the Hills of Evandime out of here. So the Hills of Evandime will go and be our active location. Once again, its travel effect does not happen. Yes! That's amazing. Man, Thor's map, so underrated. Okay, now we go to engagement. So this is still out in the staging area. So this is a 25. This is 40, and this is 45. No one has to engage the Vanguard of Carndun, and I'm not going to engage them. I have to engage the Orcs of Angmar, and I think I want to engage the Host of Angmar. I'm going to go ahead and have the Bjorn deck optionally engage the Host of Angmar. That means that the Orcs of Angmar have to be engaged by our Círdan deck. We have 3 archery we have to deal with, so we'll do 1 here, 1 here, and 1, man, here on Círdan. Jeez. Yeah, there's our 3 archery damage. Let's go ahead and deal out shadow cards. And let's defend with the Erebor Guard against the Orc of Angmar. He's attacking for 4. Nothing here. I only have 2 progress on the main quest, and I'm going to need that so that the Host of Angmar does not jump back into the staging area. So I'm just going to allow him to get the plus 2 defense. Yeah, and this deals 2 damage to the airborne guard. Yeah, okay, that's it over here. On this side, the Hosts of Angmar will go ahead and attack the Vassal of the Wing Lord for 9 damage. Nothing. Okay, Vassal of the Wing Lord is gone. That's why I wanted to keep him there. But I've got 2 bears plus Bjorn, 5, 10. That's 15 damage right there. That can actually take out this Host of Angmar. Now, before that happens, I do lose 2 progress from the main quest. Otherwise, the Host of Angmar would go back into the staging area and then move to the next area. So that's the whole reason I wanted to keep these guys, because I could have defended with the giant bear, but I feel like this was better. So combat, Círdan. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Well, let's go and do Círdan's side first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do an action to get back this Elven Light that's right here and spend this 1 resource to do so. So I can draw a card, and we have a Stand and Fight. Sweet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard Elven Light to go ahead and ready Glorfindel. Glorfindel is a 4 attack then. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust Círdan and his ring to ready 2 allies, giving them +1 attack and +1 defense. So I will do that for Elfhelm and the Northern Tracker. So they each attack for 3. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 health. Oh, you can't see this guy. Sorry. 3 health plus the 4 defense. 4 plus 3 is 7. Still, we can kill him. Yes! Okay. Then let's go ahead and take out this Host of Angmar. We need a total of 12 plus 4. That's 16 damage, right? Well, Bjorn can attack for 5. The giant bear can attack for 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus another giant bear, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus the Dunedain of Annúminas, 15, 16, and Mary, 17. Boom. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is just what we needed. That is our first Host of Angmar gone. That means we now only need 40 progress on the quest card instead of 50. But that's awesome. 1 down, a lot more to go. We're now at the end of the round, and now we get to claim the benefits on these quest cards. So first, we have at the end of the round, choose a stage. Each player at that stage chooses a hero he controls and adds a resource to it. I think I've got to do the Bjorn deck and the Círdan deck because we're going to get killed with archery. I need Radagast to get 2 resources so that he can play the Warden of Healing next time. So we'll go ahead and do that, and Radagast will gain 1 resource and Arwen will gain 1 resource. I'm actually thinking almost all of these are going to be for our frontline defense because we have here at the end of the round, choose a stage. Each player may heal 1 damage from a character he controls. Now, I think I'm going to choose the Bjorn deck and Círdan, and I'm going to heal 1 from Bjorn because Bjorn has specifically states immune to player card effects. Bjorn does not exhaust to defend, but this is not a player card effect. This is a quest card effect. So I would say he can heal 1 for that. So he'll heal 1, and then we'll have the Erebor Guard also heal 1. Okay, and then our third and final, the one that we have with this deck, is at the end of the round, choose a stage. Each player at that stage can draw 1 card. Yeah, we need more cards over here too. I'm being a little bit greedy, but I think it's worth it for this first round. So the Círdan deck will grab the Magic Ring. Cool. And the Bjorn deck will grab Sting, which is totally useless because I'm not going to put that out. Finally, we look at how many enemies are out in all the stages. It's only 3. So we'll go down to 50 for Annúminas. That's really not bad, you guys. That was, I would say, overall a successful round. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one, and let's see if we can continue to survive. Maybe even take out another host. If I can keep those 2 giant bears alive, the biggest problem is who am I going to defend with when I get attacked for 9 damage? That's going to be the challenge. To start round 5, we will have the Sylvan deck go to 32 threat, and the Gandalf deck also go to 32 threat. We've generated our resources. Thranduil has a total of 5 resources. Thurndir has 1. Celeborn has 1. And because of that Sylvan tracker, all of our characters have been healed except for Thranduil has 1 point of damage on him. And then the 2 trees still have damage over on Gandalf's side. We'll go ahead and draw a card. And we have the Elven King. Awesome. And then we know Entmoot was on top for our Gandalf deck. And we'll look at the top card of our deck. We have Boomed and Trumpeted. Sweet. We're going to go ahead and play Ancestral Armor and the Elven King. Now, the Ancestral Armor I actually have in here to put onto Thranduil, but because Gandalf is turning into the boss that he is, and he's got Narya actually gives him the leadership resource icon, so we can put this on to Gandalf. So Gandalf will gain +2 defense and +2 hit points. Yeah, I think I will say yes to that. It is restricted, so he has one restricted attachment now, but that's okay. We also have the Elven King. This we have to attach to a Sylvan hero, which actually could be Gandalf because Gandalf has the elf friend. Wow, I could actually put that onto Gandalf. That'd be hilarious. But the action would be totally useless for him because he doesn't have Sylvan allies. So we are going to put this onto Thranduil. Makes total sense. Exhaust the Elven King and return the Sylvan ally you control to your hand to ready the attached hero. That way we can defend multiple times if we need. For the Gandalf deck, the first thing we're going to do is play Entmoot. So we're going to look at the top 5 cards. Any that are Ent cards we get to keep. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. 4, no. And 5, no. So these 3 will get shuffled back, but these 2 are into our hand. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and play Quick Beam for this round. I will use his ability that says, first of all, it says cannot have restricted attachments, enters in play exhausted, but after he enters play, you can deal 1 damage to him to ready him, because it's Quick Beam. He's much quicker than other Ents. Love it. And that's another damaged Ent, so the booming Ent now will be even stronger. Moving to questing, we'll go ahead and send 1 plus 3 is 4, plus another 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 2 here is 10, 11. And I think I'm going to leave these 3. Yeah. So we got or 4 actually, because we got the Dunedain of Annúminas. So we are sending 11 on that side. We'll go ahead and send the Wandering Ent for making it 13. 2 more here for 15, plus 4 more here for 19. We only have, 2 in the staging area? I might leave it at 19. I think that's pretty good. So it's a 19 to 3. Or 2, I should say. So first things first, this Angmar Warg Rider is going to attack each of us. So we'll start with the first player, which is the Sylvan deck. We'll exhaust our Thranduil. So he has a 3 defense. And let's see, what do we get? Ooh. Attacking enemy makes an additional attack at you after this one. Ugh, gross. Well, before having that happen, I think I'm going to go ahead and use our Elven King. We can return a Sylvan ally we control to our hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab one of the Nath Guides back. That does mean that we reduce our questing by 1, so we'll go down to 18, but I think that's okay. But yeah, we're going to be attacked again by the 3 attack by the Warg Rider. Let's see what shadow effect we get. This time we are defending with Thranduil a second time. We have discard an attachment you control. Golly, these are terrible. I think the attachment that I will discard will be Olorian. I like it, but it's not needed. I need all my other attachments. Jeez, that guy is brutal. Now the Warg Rider is going to attack the Gandalf deck, and I think I'm going to go undefended on this attack because Gandalf now has 7 health, and I really want him ready. Awesome. No effect. So we're just looking at 3 damage onto Gandalf, but remember, each round he'll heal 1 because he is an elf friend. So we'll take the 3 damage. We'll go ahead and reveal our 2 cards. Our first one is the Arnor Battlefields. That just adds 3 threat. And our second one is the City Wall. Of course, another 3 threat. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 to our total of 18 willpower. That means we place 10 progress, 4 goes here, and that means 6 more go to here. We're actually doing great for our progress, which is awesome. Look at that. We have 10, 11, 12 total progress. We only need 40 because 1 host has already been defeated. And I do think we'll go ahead and travel to the Arnor Battlefields. We will have to each deal 1 damage to a hero. So Bifur will take 1 point of damage, and we'll have Círdan over there take, not Círdan, Celeborn take 1 point of damage. For engagement, there's only one enemy in the staging area. I will go ahead and have the Gandalf deck optionally engage him. When we do this, after Angmar Warrior engages you, either remove 2 progress from the main quest or it makes an immediate attack. I think since we're doing so well on the total amount of progress we're putting on, we'll just remove the 2 progress. That's no problem, and he'll be engaged with us. Moving to combat phase, each of these enemies will get a shadow card, and we do have to deal 1 point of damage because of archery. So we'll go ahead and place that onto Legolas. What we'll do now is we will do our combat action for Thranduil. We'll spend these 2 resources, because we can spend any 2, does not need to match the resource, to go ahead and put out the Greenwood Archer. That Greenwood Archer lets us ready a hero, so we'll ready Thranduil. Then we'll go ahead and use him to defend against the Wargs of Carn. And what do we have? Either remove 2 progress from the main quest or return the attacking enemy to the staging area. And we'll remove 2 progress. So this 5 will turn into a 3. Remember how I was saying our progress was great? We still have 8 on there. That's pretty good. For this attack from the Angmar Warg Rider, we'll go ahead and defend with Treebeard. Treebeard has 3 defense, no shadow effect. This guy is totally toast, because what we're going to do is we'll exhaust Gandalf and Narya to ready 2 of our allies. They get +1 attack and +1 defense. So the Wandering Ent attacks for 3, Quick Beam attacks for 3, Treebeard attacks for 5. We also have the Booming Ent here who's attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have Shadowfax that we can ready Gandalf, and he's attacking for 3. I think that's enough for 6 damage. What do you guys think? This guy is toast. On this side, between our Dunedain of Annúminas and Ramil and Legolas, definitely want to use Legolas, we can kill the Warg of Carn. That will then allow us to draw a card thanks to Legolas. Oh, we have a very good tail. Hey, do we want to throw out a ton more allies? That'll end this round. Now, I haven't been showing you guys this, but I'm just going to do it right now so you guys can see it. I am going to put 1 resource, so I don't forget, onto the city wall, because if ever that does get 3, it blows up. So, but we have no enemies out at all in this staging area. That's great. I think this staging area, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's see about Legolas and Éomer. Moving to Éomer and Legolas and Gimli will increase threat to 32 each. I love how these decks ended up being all at the same threat. Hopefully that doesn't mean I missed something. I don't think so, but you never know. We've generated resources. Gimli has 6, you guys, because he didn't use any last round, because there weren't any leadership cards he played, and he didn't use it to do his readying either. So yeah, he is loaded. So we'll go ahead and draw our 2 cards. The Éomer deck gets a Test of Will, nice. And we get an Ancestral Armor. You guys just saw an Ancestral Armor in the other deck. Oh man, that could make Gimli a beast. Well, I think the first thing we all know we're going to do, because we really stretched it for this one last time, we're going to put out our 3rd Aether Swordsman. That uses our 2 blue resources that we have. And then why the heck not? 4 resources, we've got it. 3 + 1, and that's going to give Gimli 2 additional health and 2 additional hit points. Awesome. His total defense now is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defense with a total health of 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's totally awesome. On Éomer's side, I think we're just going to use 2 of Gildor's resources here to put out Guthwine. So this is restricted, but it will give him a one-time attack of +2. And if we ever get any Rohan allies in our discard pile, then we can get them back. But we don't have any, actually. Haven't really been using that very much. Cool. In this staging area, we're revealing 3 cards around, so we're going to need to quest hard, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threat out there, but if enemies come out, those gates of Annúminas are going to get terrible. So I'm still going to do Legolas for 1, Gimli for 3 due to discarding this card, so that's a total of 4. I'm going to add Galadriel, that's 5 for a total of 9. Then we've got all 3 of these guys. They're each questing for 4 now. So 4, 8, 12. 12 plus 9 is 21. That's awesome. With that 21, we'll go ahead and add 5 to that with these 2. And so that'll be 26, and we're going to give this +1 defense and the Sentinel to Fastred. We're revealing 3 cards, so let's see what we get. When revealed, each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls. If that hero is questing, remove it from the quest. Until the end of the round, treat each damaged character's text box as if it were blank. Ooh, this is interesting. So I'm going to deal 1 damage to Angmar. Okay, so his response is not happening, but that's fine. His response was going to be used anyways. And then, from how I understand it, I can deal 1 damage to Galadriel. Galadriel is not questing. She's just simply adding her willpower to the ability to another character. So I don't think that gets affected. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, but her ability now is negated, so she can't use her action ability, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and discard this. That's our first card. 2 more. We have another location. That adds 2 more threat. And, okay, actually, I'm happy to see an enemy. That's sad. And that guy has archery, so we'll place this here. We quested for a total of 26, so let's count backwards. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. We placed 15 progress. Our active location is the city wall. 15 minus 4 is 11. We just placed 11 progress on the active quest. I love it. That gives us a total of 16 total progress on this quest card. This is making me think that maybe I can let a Host of Angmar come to one of these quest staging areas because they're both handling it really well. So that's good to know. For traveling, our threat is already at 32. Do I really want to hit our threat? Because, man, that's only 2. I think I'm going to do the Arnor battlefield. That means we have to deal a damage to each of our heroes. I don't have a ton of healing out yet. So I think I'll do 1 damage. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 damage to Gildor. That means he's 1 away from death. Oh, yeah, I can always use my Dunedain Remedy. And I'll do 1 damage to Legolas. Okay. Then we only have 1 enemy in the staging area. You better believe we're going to engage that thing. We are so prepared. Let's see. I think I'm going to have an Eomer's deck. Yeah, I'm going to have Eomer's deck engage it. Doing this, though, we have to remove 2 progress. So I'll get rid of this 5 and put 3 progress onto the staging or the quest card. That's okay. We still have 14 progress on there. I'm not worried. We do have to deal with archery, so we'll go ahead and take 1 point of damage on the Watcher of the Weatherhill Watchman, and we will draw a card for Shadow Effect. I'm going to go ahead and use Gimli to defend, and I'm not going to use his response again because I don't think I need Legolas. So let's see, what does he have? Oh, he has an ability. Exhaust a character you control. That is totally fine. We'll exhaust Fastrid. And he attacked for 3. Gimli laughs at that as he has 6 defense. So then what we can do is we'll use our Dunedain of Annúminas over here that attacks for 2. We'll have our Greenwood Archer over here that attacks for 2. So that's a total of 4. Both of those are ranged. That's why we can do that. Plus the 3 here, 5, 6, 7. 4 plus 2 is only 6. Yeah, this guy didn't have a chance. He's dead. Yeah, we are sitting pretty over here. I like it. Moving to Bjorn and our Círdan deck, we will go ahead and increase threat by 1. We're both going to be at 35 threat. Like I said, I still don't know how they all got in the same threat, but that's okay. We'll draw cards. So our Bjorn deck, Landreval, that's what I was just talking about to you guys. And, we already have Narya, so Wild Stallion, please, I'll discard Narya. So now the question becomes, do I play the Warden of Healing, or do I go ahead and drop Landreval? And you guys know what I'm going to do. Come on, Warden of Healing, boring. Landreval, awesome. I'm going to do Landreval. So I will exhaust the staff, reducing the cost by 2. So that means this will only cost 3. So I'm going to use Mary's resource, Bjorn's resource, and 1 of Radagast's resources. And that will allow us to play Landreval. Come on. Now, do I do Sting? Nah, I still don't think I do Sting. I don't think I can handle another enemy right now. Yeah, because I already have 2. I've got the Host of Angmar, and I've got the Vanguard of Carndun. On this side, we have a total of 4 resources here. I'm going to go ahead and discard the Magic Ring. I really like it, but I want the extra resource. That's going to give us 5 resources, so we can go ahead and play Stand and Fight. This allows us to choose an ally with a printed cost of X in any player's discard pile. We're going to choose ours. We're going to grab Jubair, who costs 5, use all 5 of these resources to bring him out, and he will help us as an additional defender. If I can let him survive another round, I can put the wild stallion that I just drew onto him, and he will be pretty strong. So let's go ahead and do that. That does mean I have no resources, so I can't get my Elven Light back. Yeah, and so these are my only 2 cards. Eventually I can reduce threat. I keep finding other reasons or uses of our resources. Pretty typical. So we still have a total of 10 threat in the staging area, so I think we need to continue to push for questing. So we'll have 4 from Círdan, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We will definitely do here for 14, 3 here, 15, 16, 17. Oh, and that does place a second progress on the Arnor battlefields. So then we have 2 on here. We just need 1 more. Then I think I'm going to be a little more aggressive with our questing over here. We're going to do 2 here for 19. Radagast can quest without exhausting because we did bring out a creature, so that's 21. And I think I'll do the Eagles. That's 22, 23. 23 to 10. That should be good. Only drawing 2 encounter cards. Can't be terrible, right? Okay, Gates of Annúminas. That will be a total of 3 threats because there's 2 enemies out. And, oh, don't worry, we have another enemy out. The Savage Werewolf. Oh, it's the first time you guys have seen this. After the Savage Werewolf attacks and destroys a character, remove 3 progress from the main quest. Yeah, he just totally takes it out. And he's a 5/2/5, and he adds 3 threat. Ugh. We quested for a total of 23. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So we placed 6 progress. We will place 3 on the Hills of Evandine, and then that means we get to place 3 glorious progress on Man the Walls. Still barely getting enough. Oh, I need 1 more. 3, and we need a total of 40. Yeah, I know. These 2 decks are struggling the most. Let's see. Do we want to travel anywhere? Yes. I do think let's go to the Arnor battlefields. Well, am I going to engage at least 2 enemies? I might as well do that. I think I'm going to. Am I going to leave the Host of Arnor? Let me think on this. No, you know what? I had a plan. I'm going to take out this Host of Arnor. So let's go ahead and travel to the gates of Annúminas. Okay, that means in order to travel there, we have to... Oh, actually, you guys, I keep forgetting. We have Thor's map. So we can go ahead and use this as a travel action. We'll just travel there. It means we don't have to worry about the travel effect. Great. So that means I can kind of decide how I want to do this. So I think I'm going to have to leave the Vanguard of Karn Dûn here, but I'm going to have the Savage Werewolf. I'll have the Círdan deck optionally engage, and then the Bjorn deck will optionally engage the Host of Angmar. We'll go ahead and place shadow cards on each of our enemies. And then our Host of Angmar here will attack first. He's attacking for 9. I'm going to defend with Bjorn. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So he's attacking for 9. This says exhaust a character you control. Oh, well, I'll exhaust Bjorn, right? Because he doesn't exhaust to quest. So I can exhaust him to, not to quest, to defend. I can exhaust him for that effect. Of course, he's getting attacked for a total of 8 damage. That means he's dead. He's gone. So we can say bye to Bjorn. That does mean we have to remove 2 progress if we want to keep the Host of Angmar, which we do. Oh, I forgot to resolve archery. We do have 2 archery. So I'm going to do 1 point of damage. I'm going to do 1 point of damage to Prince Imrahil and 1 to Arwen. Okay, we're just going to spread out that damage. So we just lost our hero. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take Landreval, and it says, after a hero card is destroyed, return Landreval to its owner's hand to put that hero back into play with 1 damage token on it. Limit once per game. So instead of putting this in my hand, because it's leaving play, I'm going to put it underneath the Eagle of the Misty Mountains. So that way he's even stronger. And that means Bjorn, who the Host of Angmar thought they killed, is back with only 1 point of damage. Now, does it say that he comes into play exhausted? After a hero is destroyed, return land to put that hero back into play with 1 damage token. No, I think it comes back into play ready, which that's how I'm going to play it. I think that's right. And I'm sorry, I totally did that off screen, so you couldn't really see. You can see Bjorn is back now, ready with only 1 damage on him. He's got 9 health remaining. He's got 5 attack, and he is pissed at that Host of Angmar. And I'm also going to pretend that I was smart, you guys. I should have, for that archery, let Bjorn soak both of them, because I knew I was going to do that. So let's pretend I did that, because he had more than enough space to take the 2 archery, then die, then have Landreval save him, come back with only 1 damage. So yeah. Let's pretend I was smart. Okay, let's go over and do the Savage Werewolf. This werewolf is attacking for a total of 5, so we're going to go ahead and exhaust Jubair to defend. He has an ability that after Jubair exhausts to defend, discard 1 face-down shadow card from a non-unique enemy. So this shadow card has no effect, but he's getting attacked for 5. He has 3 defense, so he does take 2 damage. Yeah, we're going to have to heal him. Bummer. But now we can resolve some attacks. I need to be able to do 16 points of damage. Bjorn is 5. Plus 8 here. 8 plus 5 is 13. We also have the Dunedain of Annúminas. That's 15 plus 2 from Radagast. That is 17. We have a total of 17 damage, you guys, right here. All we needed is 16. We have now taken out our second Host of Angmar. Awesome. Círdan will go ahead and exhaust with Narya. That will then let us ready Glorfindel, and he will get a +1 attack, so his attack is now 5. And we will ready, I think our other high attacker is Jubair, especially because he took damage. His attack is 3. So we've got 3, 4, plus 5, so that's 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. This guy is toast. Nice. So although we're having a harder time here, I think overall we're actually doing okay. We're keeping it pretty clean. We have 1 enemy out in our staging area. And looking around here, I think that's the only enemy out. So I'm going to do this now before I forget. We're going to reduce the health of Annúminas by only 1. 49. Okay, now let's get all of the benefits. I think we're going to do for the generating resource and for the healing, we're going to do both of these stages. So healing 1 from Glorfindel, and let's heal 1 from this giant bear. And then generate resources. I'm going to generate 1 for, that doesn't matter, for Arwen. And then I'll generate 1 for Bjorn, because, oh, no, I'm going to do Radagast, because it's green. That's usually what we needed. But for the card draw, I think I'm going to do Legolas and Éomer. So Éomer will grab the Late Adventure, nice, and Legolas and Gimli will grab the Mirror of Galadriel. Overall, I'd say not too shabby at all. I think maybe 1 or 2 more rounds, we might even be able to push to quest card 3. We only need 30 progress. If I can take out 1 more host, which as long as I keep these 2 giant bears and Bjorn, I mean, that is insane damage. That is 13 damage with just 3 characters. So, I mean, maybe. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. But maybe 2 more rounds, or we could end up dying. Who knows? Let's go ahead and jump to the next round. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's do it.